The right choice starts with the right information. That's why McLaren offers ER wait times online. Now, if you or a loved one needs care for a non-life-threatening illness or condition, you can go online to check wait times and even check in to save your spot, all from the comfort of home. Skip the uncertainty. Know before you go. McLaren Emergency Services. Your care is our commitment. View current wait times at mclaren.org/ER.
It's the Sunday Chronicle on Stax 92.1. It's the Sunday Chronicle. We gon' give the news and keep you up to date. From crimes to the politics, you gon' know what's up around your way. We give 2 thumbs up to everyone out here doing their thing. We gon' show mad love to all the ones working hard in communities. It's the Sunday Chronicle.
Good morning and welcome to the Sunday Chronicle. I'm your host, Yanice Jackson, coming to you from Stax 92.1 FM. This is the platform for community because community knows what community needs. I'd like to thank all of my listeners and I'd like to thank my followers for being here again bright and early on a Sunday morning, and I would like to thank you all for helping us get to season 5. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is such a huge milestone for us. We are in the business of connecting communities, and so we're so happy to have the people come through and support us that have thus far. My co-host, Span, he looks like he's in pain, and I'm wondering what's going on. Thank you, Span, for all your help to season 5. Why are you in pain?
You're more than welcome. I actually feel good now since I just won my fight with the mic arm to make sure it didn't move my mic about 6 inches higher than I need it to be. It has a bad habit of bouncing around, but I got it in place, so I'm just kind of watching it to make sure it doesn't boom. I'm sorry.
Well, we appreciate you fighting with that mic for 5 seasons there.
You're more than welcome, Giannis.
Because without you in that fight, we would not be here today. So I've enjoyed the boxing matches. I've enjoyed them. Now, let me stop. But on a serious note, thank you. And thank you to the Stax family, the Midwest Communications family, for allowing us to bring this vision into real life. And with that, I wanted to turn over to my guest and thank you for being here today. We have a special guest from Lansing Community College. His name is Mr. Lee Gardner, and he is the director of the Job Training Center. The Job Training Center. Now, how long have you all been around? You said it's a newer department, Lee.
Yes. So the Job Training Center has been at LCC for, I want to say, about 4 years.
4 years, okay.
Yep. It really kind of originated out of this idea that my dean, Bo Garcia, had back in 2010, which was get a skill, get a job. Mm-hmm. And what that was all about was the concept of you don't need a formal education to get a good job and have a strong livelihood. And so he created this program called Get a Skill, Get a Job that really trained people for in-demand entry-level positions and helped them get just the skills they need, not more, not less. And what we've really done since, I would say, the pandemic is we've really kind of expanded on that concept to create holistic programs that are helping community members, specifically underserved community members. So we're really working with the unemployed and the underemployed. We work with the refugees in the community, and we're trying to get them the skills needed to get gainful employment and have stable livelihoods.
Wait. A university entity taking time to help people actually get jobs.
Yeah, I love the way...
What a nifty idea.
Well, one thing I'll say about LCC, and I've been at LCC about 3.5 years now, is that they really view educational experiences holistically. So when people think about going to college, they're thinking about a 2-year degree and transferring to a college, to a 4-year university. That's what it was when I was growing up and I graduated high school. But that's just not the reality of the world that we live in. Mm-hmm. And so our president, Dr. Robinson, he really embraces this concept of education should be equitable. It should be for everybody. And not everybody can accommodate a 2-year associate's degree. Not everybody can even accommodate a 1-year their certificate. So they need something short, they need something sweet, and that's really that void that the Job Training Center is filling. So we're anywhere from 2 weeks to 10 weeks. People can come in, they can get an industry recognized credential, and we can help them on their path to a good job.
That's awesome. Now, tell me, Lee, how do I sign up? How, I'm out here looking for a job. Who do I contact? How do we get in touch with you?
Yeah, so we're at LCC's West Campus out there, off kind of in the West Saginaw area. But if you go to our website and you go to lcc.edu and you just type in Job Training Center, you'll see all the programs that we're offering. You'll also see my direct contact information. We handle calls all day, every day of people just inquiring about what are we offering, what are we all about. And so we really kind of take that hand-holding mentality. People can just give us a call and we'll really walk them through the process. So we're there to help them, we're there to support them through it, so they can just reach out.
So even if I have some other form of training or degree and I'm trying to make a career change, am I eligible to apply?
Yeah, so that's a really good question. So our mission is to help those underserved in the community. So typically we're working with unemployed individuals or underemployed individuals.
Okay.
And when I say underemployed individuals, that means you can have a job, but maybe it's just not, a strong job. Maybe it's not the job you see yourself in the future. We get a lot of folks coming to us.
Most of us. Excuse me. Sorry. I'm sorry.
No, it's fair. I mean, a lot of people are coming to us with retail positions. They're making minimum wage. They're working part-time, and that's just not where they see themselves in the future. They can't support their kids on a wage like that. So that's really the audience that we're trying to reach. But what I would say, too, is we find that with time, we found a lot of disconnected students are interested in our programs as well. And so a disconnected student would be somebody that went to LCC or college at one point in time. Maybe they graduated, maybe they didn't, but they left for some reason. They didn't have the money for college, they didn't have the time for college, they just couldn't accommodate it. And so they're coming back to us through the Job Training Center to help get those credentials on their way. So no, a degree would not necessarily mean that you cannot join one of the Job Training Center programs. It just wouldn't necessarily be our intended audience. But we are finding that there are folks that are looking to change careers that are coming our way as well.
Yeah, because I think about some people that may have a degree and maybe they still are having trouble or they're underemployed because so many things have changed.
Major. I'm sorry. I don't know what my problem is. I don't know what my problem is today. I'm so sorry.
So, yes, and certain concentrations and areas of focus, someone could be looking for something to beef up their portfolio or just make a whole career transition because they've not had one. And so I was kind of thinking about that as well. So you did answer my question in saying that it's not the primary audience, but they could be possible candidates for this program.
Yep. And one thing I would add to that, too, is we work a lot with the refugee populations, and we're finding that we had a significant influx of refugees coming to the state of Michigan about 5 years ago or so. And now they're at the point where they're really just kind of looking to settle. And so a lot of refugees come here with a tremendous amount of education, but unfortunately we don't recognize it here in the United States.
Oh my God.
Yep. So they're starting at ground zero, and they need English English language training, which we also offer in the Job Training Center.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Okay.
They need skill training, and then they just need to get their language proficiencies up to college ready so that they can get back on that career path that they already had. And so that's another good example of an audience that we work with quite often and really needs our services.
Can you run down a few of those programs for us?
Yeah.
Like some samples, examples of what you offer?
Sure. So when we first launched kind of those holistic programs about 4 years ago or so, the very first one that we started was a technical support specialist program, and that helped prepare people for entry-level positions as help desk technicians, which is a very in-demand position that doesn't require a degree. So I should really emphasize that the Job Training Center is really focused on finding those in-demand positions that do not require formal education. That's kind of our area of expertise that we really want to drill into. So we have brought brought that program on, and people will go through entry-level customer service as a part of that program. They'll get their CompTIA A+ certification, and then we also do work ethic and career readiness. So we're going to help them with resumes, we're going to help them with interview skills, and we're going to put them in touch with some local employers to help them on that job search. So that was the very first program, and that had about 8 people, and we're still running that today. So that is one that year after year we're finding a pretty significant demand for, and we're running it with about 20 people now on a pretty regular basis. We also offer a bookkeeping professional program, which helps people get their Intuit certified bookkeeper credential, and that's for entry-level accounting positions. So again, another position that a lot of companies need, but you need no formal education in order to get those positions. But they're high wage, and they're with good, strong companies in our local region. So those are kind of the two that we started with. We also are offering English language training, as I mentioned. So we've got we call it English language level 3, but just to simplify the concept, it's a class that people need to take to get their proficiencies up to college ready. And we run that every single semester. So we're currently putting about 60 people through that every single year.
Wow.
Yep. And the demand for that has grown as well. When I first started 3 years ago, we had about 8 people a year, and now we're up to 60. So that just shows you the demand of the refugee population. But what I love about that program is it's twofold. It helps them get their language proficiencies up to what I would consider to be what employers are looking for, so good conversational English. But then if they decide they want to continue their education and get an associate's degree, they can, because now their proficiencies are high enough where they're at the testing levels that the college is accepting.
That's awesome. That's awesome, because I'm thinking about what you said is the whole person that you're working with. And the thing that I started thinking about is you're helping them get adjusted to the local culture and to just the national culture, them being from other places. So that's awesome to help people come up to speed, not just with their job training, but just overall as a person. And speaking of job training, I want to get more into a program that's up and coming, but we have to take a short break, but not before reminding our listeners that this is Yanice Jackson, host of the Sunday Chronicle, heard every Sunday morning on Stax 92. Every Sunday morning, Stax 92.1 FM. This is the platform for community, because community knows what community needs. We'll be back after this.
At Lansing Community College, I'm learning for my future. LCC offers 1- and 2-year pathways to careers in healthcare, IT, manufacturing, and other professional trades. More than 500,000 professional trades jobs will need to be filled in Michigan by 2026. So I know I'm learning for a great career. I belong at LCC. You belong here too. Visit lcc.edu/youbelong and enroll today.
Hi, I'm Yanice Jackson, publisher and editor of the Chronicle News, host of the Sunday Chronicle, and mom. Amongst my many titles, I've added writer to them. My new book chronicles everything I've learned along the way. So check out my book, Notes from the Trail, available on Amazon and everywhere books are sold. For more information, visit my website at www.yaniceyvette.com. And welcome back to the Sunday Chronicle. This is your host, Yanice Jackson. And before we went to break, we're talking to our guest, Lee Gardner from LCC, Lansing Community College. And we were talking about some job training, some job programs, some awesome stuff to add to the whole person, right? They have so many things available. Now, they are free to the community, but that does not mean that they're free to create these programs. So in regards to funding, Lee, how'd you guys get started? You know, was it like through a proposal? How'd you all get the funding to get this train going?
Sure. So, in all the programs that I mentioned earlier, since those are credential bearing, they're funded through the Workforce Innovation Opportunity Act, which is something that we work with Michigan Works on in order to help folks get funded through those programs. Some of the newer programs that we're offering coming up, though, have been very generously funded through a grant that we received through the Michigan Economic Development Corporation. So they're kind of a hub of attracting businesses and talent to Michigan to really show why Michigan is a lively and thriving place to live and to work. And so we worked with them in order to put a proposal for some grant funding in order to offer some boot camps coming up specifically in the manufacturing space. So Michigan has always been huge in manufacturing. We're the automotive capital of the nation, and it's just kind of a part of our DNA. And we're always having manufacturing companies interested in coming to Michigan, growing within Michigan, and that's a hub of a lot of where our talent lies. And so we worked with the Michigan Economic Development Corporation, and they're funding 2 programs we have coming up, one in material handling and one in electrical maintenance technician.
Okay. And the electrical maintenance technician, that's a 6-week program, correct? And that's
Correct.
The one that's coming up?
Well, we've actually, both of them are coming up.
Both of them?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, we're running, we're looking to put almost 100 people through these programs in the next 3 months. So we've got a lot of interest in the programs. The electrical controls technician program, we're running 2 cohorts. The first one is starting this Monday, and that's a 6-week full-time program, free of charge again through the Michigan Economic Development Corporation.
When you say full-time program, do you mean like 8 to 4
You got
training
it.
the whole way through? Okay.
You got it. Yep. It's going to be 8 to 4:30 every day for the 6 weeks. But again, free of charge. And they're going to go through OSHA 30 training, and they're going to walk away with 6 SACA credentials, and that's smart automation, control. Forgive me, I don't know what SACA stands for in this moment, but
we'll allow it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But it's, industry recognized credentials that they're looking to get. And what that position specifically is going to do, that training is going to prepare them for maintenance technician positions, which is an entry-level, pretty high-paying position in a lot of manufacturing. And when I say high-paying for that, you can make about $25 an hour starting as a maintenance technician, but you don't need any formal education. So what they're doing is they are installing equipment in manufacturing facilities. They are repairing equipment. So it's a lot of technology that they're going to learn, a lot of skills that I know nothing about, but again, very important to the manufacturing industry for those positions.
That's awesome. We've been promoting these at the Chronicle. We've had some articles in our newspaper about them, as well as we've published it online. So people, please come out. This is very, very valuable information. It's a very valuable course. And Lansing Community College is definitely a hub that connects community. And from where I'm standing, I can see where they do nurture the entire person. And so I'm really thankful to have these types of programs in the community. So we want to make sure to promote them and continue to push them forward. So thank you for sharing that with us today. Now, Span, it looks like you got some questions over there. I know you got a bunch of them. So
I've been brimming at the numbers you talk about, what you can get paid. I'm looking at my check and I'm like, I'm gonna have to consider some of these programs. But you said the specific one you just talked about, the machine technology one. You said it's free?
Yeah. Yep. So the program is going to be absolutely free for the full 6 weeks.
Wow.
Yep.
So you just got to sustain yourself for 6 weeks doing
Correct.
this job. I mean, doing this learning period, and after that, you start up a job that could pay you upwards of $25 an hour.
Correct.
I mean, you can literally change your life in 2 months. Your entire trajectory of your life. Give yourself a career. Make it easier for you to afford a family. Make it easier for you to afford a home and everything. Have I sold it any more to you people, please?
Well, you know what's so funny about that is I don't know if you talked to LCC marketing before that, but we actually have cards that we hand out to people that say change your life in 2 months with the Job Training Center. That's something that we go around and say often.
I did not, but I kind of work in marketing as a radio bum, so we kind of learn the little knickknacks. But for all of these programs, are they all full-time? You have to be there all day, every day?
No, not at all. These ones that we have coming up are, we call these ones coming up boot camps, and that's kind of the word we use for that kind of a program.
Okay.
All day, every day, get in and get out, and we're going to try to help you get that job. Most of the other programs we offer, though, would be more part-time programs. So you might have to show up 2 days a week. We also try to have kind of hybrid modalities, even that we are having these programs.
When you say modalities, what do you mean?
Yep. So some might be part online, part in person, some self-paced, some online instruction that is live. So we're really trying to offer kind of a wide variety of ways that people can even take the programs, because we understand not everybody can do that full-time thing.
Yeah,
right?
What if a woman has a young child and she wants to do the technical training for something that's a boot camp?
Sure.
Do you guys have like some type of child care on premises or anything like that?
We do not at LCC for these programs, but what's so... I guess what I would say is inspiring about a lot of the work that we're doing is that there really is a strong workforce development ecosystem here in Lansing. And what I mean by that is we have so many organizations that are here to support these people. So we've got Michigan Works. So on Monday when we kick off these two programs, Michigan Works is coming out to kick it off with breakfast. And they're going to talk about all of the services that they offer. Childcare, transportation. Of course, you have to be an eligible person to receive those services, but they've got a process through which they can help people with that. So,
and y'all connect them with these.
You got it. Yep. It really is all hands on deck. And it really is just this supportive ecosystem trying to, it's twofold in my mind. You know, we've got companies coming to our area that need employees, and we've got people that need jobs. And so there is a slew of organizations that truly do come together to help support those initiatives and get that talent pipeline in order.
That's awesome. That is awesome. So you heard it here, folks. Make sure you reach out. Lee has his information on the website. These programs, they're taking place on the West Campus. There's all kinds of things going on throughout the year on the West Campus, on the main campus. So we just want to make sure to get you plugged in, because this is good stuff. I mean, you know, free training. I don't want to hear anybody complaining. I don't want to hear nobody complaining that they ain't give you lunch.
But it's all day. And I want my daily Subway sandwich.
Yeah, don't complain about lunch. Now, if they offer lunch, don't be mad because you didn't get the type of pizza you wanted.
Can I get a Snickers when I'm hungry? I don't want to be like in a commercial.
Right.
Commercial.
The commercials.
Sorry. I just think the 18-week boot camp for coding, is that like all day you got to be there? Like 18 weeks?
For the coding?
Yes.
That's through our continuing education department, and no, that is not an all day every day.
Okay, because I actually want to learn how to code.
Yeah, I can hook you up with some more information.
Bruh, I'm sorry. We're going to chat. Yes, we're going to have a conversation. Yes, I think so.
I love his energy.
I did have coffee with lots of sugar.
Yeah, I don't know where to go after that. I can't top that.
I'm sorry, I'm such a spaz. And I'm also just fascinated with everything going on with this. But it just... The fact that you guys not just make an opportunity for people to find training for inexpensive, if not free, and you find ways to connect people to agencies that will help them with the difficulties that their lives have kind of encumbered, you really do put people in a path to be successful with minimum physical inconvenience or financial output. And you're literally changing the trajectory of the whole Lansing economy in one set of programs.
Thank you.
Yeah, and they're nice. Like,
I think them on Facebook.
I mean, the people at Lansing Community College are like nice people. I'm like, you know, I've had a great experience with the people that I've met there.
In the educational community, they usually be like real snooty. Like,
no, they're cool. No. Like, I'm, working with the marketing director, and I talked to a gentleman over like the police cadet program, I believe it is. He was on the show.
I remember,
him, and he talked about the job fair and the different things they had available on the West Campus. Now we have Lee here. And I've even, had a chance to talk to the president, Mr. Robinson, and it's just been awesome because people are accessible. They're wanting to connect, right? And they're wanting to connect others. So it's not like, this is mine and you can't have it. It's really an effort to, just work together and pull resources. And even, just going back to how LCC has supported the Chronicle and been a longtime sponsor to help us continue to bridge and bring, community together. Because we're in that connecting community business. And
I'm very familiar with the music. All the times I edit this, they're the first spot in the first break.
It's in my head right now. Yep, yes. And we keep that running, because LCC helps to keep us going. So we want to thank you, And that, yes. And so we thank you guys for being here once again. Lee, thank you for taking time out your day. Me. I hope that this was a smooth process for you.
It was.
I do. Good.
I had a good time too.
Oh, good. Yeah. I mean, we really turn up in here. So especially with Span, I just like to let people know, But thank you again, Span. Thank you again to you. I love that shirt. He has like a granny on it with cats floating in the space.
She said granny. Oh my God.
With cats floating in space. I might have forgot the joke.
This is actually Rick and Morty. Yeah. This is Rick from the show Rick and Morty. Yes, the picture does look like a grandmother because that looks like a dress, but that's actually a lab coat.
Oh, okay.
No, it's okay. It's some heavy dork stuff. You had to know the dork stuff in order to know what's going on.
And I don't know. See, I was like, I didn't get the memo. So, but I still think that that's a really cool shirt because I like cats and stuff. In space.
My girl got it for me because she knows I'm not a fan of cats, but I love her too.
That's cool. Well, and thank you to my listeners and followers for being here yet again and for this wonderful season 5 premiere.
Hell yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Woo! Clap it up, clap it up. Yay! And we hope that you come back. We want you to come on back next week and join us at the Sunday Chronicle. I'm your host, Yanice Jackson, coming to you from Stacks 92.1 FM. This is the platform for community because community knows what community needs. Make it a great day.
Everything is expensive right now. Gas, food, you name it. You're spending more, you are making the same or less money. So, what do? You rack up credit card debt. That's what you do. It's not your fault. It's the economy. And guess what? If you rack up too much credit card debt like some of us, you can't pay your bills. Then the credit card companies, as nice as they are, start hounding you for money. Then you start your downward spiral. A smart thing for you to do is to call the Zero Debt. They can help you consolidate all your credit card bills into one affordable payment. Millions of people have done it. It works to make you debt-free. Make this free call right now. It costs you nothing to learn more.
800-406-6569. 800-406-6569. 800-406-6569. That's 800-406-6569.
What is Recover Now? It's a movement to get clean and sober, started by you, friends and family members, or maybe even the person suffering from an alcohol or drug problem. Recover Now is a free service that helps people find treatment facilities covered by private insurance to help them start the road to recovery and succeed. If you or a loved one wants to recover now, call this number. It's a free call. Many of our treatment counselors have been exactly where you are, and they know what you're going through and how to help you get where you want to be, and that is on the road to recovery. With one free phone call, my specialist will check your insurance and help you get the best treatment for your needs. Remember, get clean, get sober. Use Recover Now as your free service. Here's the number.
800-209-5173. 800-209-5173. 800-209-5173. That's 800-209-5173.